Hi, it's Caitlin, and I am so excited to be here today sharing with you some brand new releases from Rogue Lacquer. Everything you're about to see in this video will be available on the Rogue Lacquer website on Friday, February 28th at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. This video is sponsored, but of course, as always, all opinions are my own. I have the new Warped Tour quad, which I'm very excited about, as well as two Facebook group customs. I've got a new nail care product to show you, and the Shift Happens collab between Cuticula and Rogue Lacquer for February. And I did just want to quickly touch on the Shift Happens collab. Rachel and Amanda are moving to a slightly new format for 2025, and they're going to do themes for like 3 or 4 months. So this new theme starting in February is Disney Eats, which I could not be more excited about. Let's get into the swatches. Let's start off by looking at Glow Up, which is a new nail treatment and base coat. This is good for dry, weak, splitting, and flaky nails that easily peel. It has almond oil and glycolic acid. So you can choose to wear this as a restorative treatment. You'd wear 2 coats on its own, changing it once a week, or you can use it as a base coat. So it does have a slight pinky hint to it. And the other thing I will note is that it does take a bit longer than a regular base coat to dry because it does have those special properties, but it does work beautifully on the nail. I found it to feel strengthening. I don't have brittle nails, but I did have it on my nails for a few days, and I liked the way it felt and protected my nails. We're going to take a look at the Shift Happens collab firstly, and I'm actually going to swatch this one over the Glow Up base so you can see that it performs beautifully as a base coat. This is Rogue Lacquer I Heart Dole Whip. It's a neon yellow crelly with glowy, bright mustard yellow flakes. I immediately fell in love with this polish. It has a phenomenal formula and just glides on the nail. My preference would be to wear this in 2 coats, but I realize that's not everyone's preference, so I will show it in 3, but if you have short nails like I do, 2 will definitely be sufficient. Now this is a polish that would look amazing matte. I'm going to show it glossy, but definitely would look amazing with a matte top coat. And of course, I'm going to be using the Cuticula Limitless Quick Dry Top Coat as my top coat of choice for this video. And Cuticula's half of the collab is Raspberry Dole Whip, and it is a raspberry base with yellow, orange, and gold shifting shimmer. This one is so pretty and it perfectly captures a raspberry Dole Whip. I had the privilege of trying a raspberry Dole Whip about a year ago when I was at Disney, and it was delicious, perfectly tart and sweet. So this nail polish is a really fun representation of that treat for your nails, and it is certainly opaque in 2 coats. I don't foresee anyone needing 3. and it does dry down a little bit dull, so definitely use Top Coat. Let's launch right into the Warped Tour quad. First up, we have Complicated, which is a pink crelly with pink and gold flakes and black metallic flakes. Now this one is amazing, and I would like to think Avril Lavigne would approve of it. I remember when she first came out, and that song like changed my life. Honestly, I loved it. Was so cool to see like a woman rocking out in that scene, and she was Canadian. So Complicated is beautiful. It applies very, very easily on the nail. It is on the sheer side but builds up very beautifully. Again, you know I like sheer, so I'd probably leave this in 2, but I will show it in 3. The shade of pink is really beautiful. It is soft but still bright, and the gold flakes obviously complement it, and the black is just thrown in there for some extra punk rock. It dries down a tiny bit dull, so definitely use Top Coat. Now we're going to take a look at the anthem, which was, oh my goodness, the way I love that song in Good Charlotte. This one is a pale purple crelly with pink and gold glass flakes and purple and black metallic flakes. This is a really beautiful and interesting shade of purple. It's very cool, very pretty. I don't know how else to describe it. I just really like it. And the formula, again, sheer but very buildable. Definitely could leave it in 2, or you could take it up to 3, which is what I'll show. I know a lot of you are definitely on the 3rd coat side of things, so I try to be as helpful as possible by showing 3 coats when I can. This beautiful blue is All the Small Things, which is a blue with green, pink, orange, and blue glass flakes and black metallic flakes. From the quad, this is absolutely the most opaque. It is, I'm going to say, totally opaque into pretty much for everybody, unless you paint in very, very thin coats. But it builds up beautifully in those two coats. Super juicy formula. So colorful and rainbowy with the glass flakes, and the black again is the common narrative throughout the quad. Now this one does dry with some texture from the flakes, so you will need a very thick, generous layer of top coat, potentially two. Not difficult to remove, however, and no staining whatsoever. And last but not least, from the Warped Tour quad, we have Dirty Little Secret, which is a vibrant grape purple crelly with purple shifty flakes and black metallic flakes. If you love purples like I do, this one is absolutely so stunning. It's so much fun, and this was another big song. I mean, this was like my soundtrack at the time. I don't know if it wasn't anyone else's. I feel like everybody loved this kind of music at the time. Obviously not everybody, obviously. So this one is gonna build up in 3 coats. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful formula. Great formula. Again, this one will be textured, so you definitely will want a very generous layer of top coat to smooth it out, potentially 2, but it won't be difficult to remove, and it's just so juicy and fun. And now we're going to take a look at the Facebook customs. This one is the Fantasmic Flakies custom called Sea Dragon. It's inspired by a photo of a sea dragon, and it is described as a gold, blue, green, small metallic flake bomb with black flakes and a sprinkle of blue color shifting flakes. This one has really nice opacity, and I actually was very happy with it in 2 coats, and I feel most people would be. It's got a very opaque formula, tons of flakes. Do apply it like patiently. It does dry quickly, but there are a ton of flakes in there, so just go slow and steady with your application, and you can just see in 2 coats, it covered totally. This is absolutely textured, not in the way it glitters textured, but the flakes do provide texture, so you will certainly want top coat to smooth it out. And saving one of my favorites for last, we have the Hollow Maniacs custom called Happy Hour. And this is a vibrant neon pink jelly with a fun mix of color shifting flakes, a blurple inner glow, and smooth hollow hex glitters. This is my kind of pink. I guess it's kind of like a magenta pink, but I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with the blurple glow, and obviously the hollow makes it super sparkly in the sun, and the flakes are just a bonus. So love this one. It has fantastic opacity in 2 coats. I don't really foresee anyone needing 3 coats, but you might. Anyway, I couldn't fit more than 2 on my nails, and you will definitely want top coat to smooth it out. The hex glitters are actually not really textured, so I found it to smooth out with just 1 layer of top coat. I do love a good Rogue Flaky, and we just got a whole bunch of them. So I'm a happy camper, but if I want to recommend something for someone who's not sure, my personal favorite is All the Small Things, just because the blue is so incredibly vibrant and juicy and bright. The formula is amazing in 2 coats. So I absolutely love that one. And I absolutely love Happy Hour, which is the Hollow Maniacs Facebook group custom. I will include the Facebook group links down below, so you can be sure to join it in order to get that polish. And obviously I love the Shift Happens collab, and I desperately want a Dole Whip now. So let me know in the comments what you think of these offerings. Let me know if you're planning on picking any of them up, and hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.